Since you missed the stage.
Because I'm okay.
You're on the stage.
I was never that good at basketball.
We don't want to know.
Now, is everybody in the room?
Probably not.
I have some recommendations. My recommendation is watch this very, very nice lady as finished on the stage with us. You use Goldilocks there, step outside and turn the stage over to somebody who deserves it.
I like this play.
And I think I got a picture, so let's do this quickly.
Be the friend of the money, Mom.
So, Alkali has something to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the show going in a moment, one moment. But there was a open mic earlier. And as always, we need to pre-game for this show, so basically we're going to go outside and touch each other a little bit. So, we have to, because as we're doing that, as we're prepping for the show, we have some entertainment from the open mic earlier.
Yes, we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Magoo!
What? You can't say, oh Jesus fuck!
It's on his badge!
I'm so sorry, I am so sorry. My friend is drunk. Let's get the hell out of this room. Do come up here, would you? No, I don't need to tell him, Dick.
I got this! I don't know if you could see what was going on, but it was a really good time for me.
I kind of felt it, you know.
I don't know the man in the hat. I do not.
We don't know him.
I'll be outside if you need me, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Did he call him Mr. Magoo?
it's
okay.
Apologize.
It'll be all right if you get lots of money for it.
Exactly.
Yes, I know I'm a little misdressed. I'm sorry about that. I actually ran from the dance competition. Probably going to get scolded for that later. And I ran here. And then I'm going to have to run back once this is done. I really hate to, so I want somebody at the end of this tonight somewhere to tell me, you know, roughly how much was made. I kind of want to know because this is something that does really go for the charity, and that is very important for us. So I don't really know why they got me up on stage today. Alkali's like, this gentleman over here is not, you know, he's got his hand up. And so I got up on stage. I didn't know what to do. I improv'd it. So I'm going to give you pretty much what I gave them earlier, and apparently they were either drunk or they liked it. I'm still not sure which.
Yes.
So, for those of you who don't know, I am legally blind, which means that if I say I'm sighted, it's illegal. No, it just means that, well, they don't want to say, well, he can see a little bit or a little. No, just say he's blind and make it easy on yourselves. That's what it is. So, behind me, I have my cane, and I use it to get around, and I usually, you know, swing it back and forth, and it helps me get around. Well, I didn't know that it had two purposes until last night. I was on my way back to my room, and I was doing this, and I hear, and I was, oh, that's not a wall. Apparently somebody thought it was a good idea to lay in the hallway and text on their phone. I can't see crap. As far as they know. But either way, it works. So, oh, hello. I seen something red fly in front of me. I just want to make sure you weren't throwing anything at me yet. Out of sight, out of mind. So, I realized that my cane can also be a cock and nut exterminator. Because the sound that the gentleman made when something like, oh, which is never a good sound unless it's in your room and you caused it. So, I got my cane at the blind school. Weird transition, but yeah, that's where I went to school. It didn't really matter. Fashion didn't matter. Nothing mattered because you can't see nobody. Which meant that they were evil. The teachers were all sighted. That's just crap. I'm sorry. But anyway, she couldn't be here. She's in the dance competition, but my mate Snowflake of 2 years, I've got another plan, but nobody say anything to her, as if you're going to know what she looks like, probably. But I was going to propose tonight, so, but I have a plan B. There is a variety show tomorrow. She doesn't know nothing. And I like it that way. So anyway, when I was at the blind school, before that, in elementary school, I had some teachers that were dicks. They thought it would be fun to set me in the back of the room and write something on the board and say, "Tony, can you answer this problem for us?" And when I would say no, or something, to a smart-ass kid remark, they would call me after class, and they would say, "Look at me when I'm talking to you," and I kind of wanted to just think for a minute, did you really earn your teaching degree? I'm starting to question if you really earned that. Now, at the blind school is where I did meet my mate, and a lot of times, people will have this amazing story that they'll tell when they meet, when they met their mate. "Oh, the choirs of heaven sang, and the eagles and the doves came all over the place, and it was just so, oh, yes." Well, I can't exactly do that, because most of the time it starts out, "I saw her standing there." Shit. So, oh, crap. Oh, okay, he's not coming up here again. Okay. Yeah, I recognized today, I came up to him and he said, "You're really tall. You're intimidating." But anyway, so, like I was saying, I can't say, "Well, I seen her standing there," so then I start thinking to myself, I heard her standing there. Well, that doesn't work, Oh, well, that's how I knew she was there. That doesn't work. So I could go, "Oh, I heard her, I smelled her standing there. Whoo, good morning, ladies." I can't do that either, because I'll get hit for that. So usually I just, decide to say, "You just met, that's it." So I found at a very early age that being blind is not a bad thing for me. I love it. Because I can walk around and I don't have to do anything. I can walk around and people are like, "Oh my God, you're so inspiring." I know! I don't even have to try. But thank you. So, but I recognized at an early age that not only me, but God has a sense of humor. Because when I went to church for the first time, and this is very entertaining, out of all the songs in the hymnal, they sing, "Blinded by the light, I saw the light, and he leadeth me." Now, it just entertained the crap out of me. I'm like, "Okay, God, I'm listening. What do you want me to say?" They say, "They're talking, God's talking to you." It's like, all right, I'm listening, now what? So then he told the story of the man was healed by Jesus because he touched his hand on him and he was healed. And I was like, "I'm here! I'm here! Do you see me?" Because I don't see you, but do you see me? But I really think that the one thing that got me from that service, and I hope nobody kills me after saying this, they didn't this morning. So my nephew at the time, about 5 years old, he asked me a random question. Apparently in Sunday school they talked about Adam and Eve and how Cain killed his brother as soon as he was able. But they... No, that's not the bad joke. Hold on. He goes, "So, can brothers and sisters get married?" And I kind of looked at him as weird as a blind guy can look at him. And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, then explain Adam and Eve. How'd they have kids?" And so that got my kind of screwed up wheels in my head to turn. And I started to think about it. And I thought, oh my God, it hit me. Kentucky is the modern day Garden of Eden. That is why every time that you leave a church, and I snicker still to this day, when the pastor says, bless you, brother, bless you, sister. I just love that. You guys, I suppose that's probably about all the time that I have. Thank you so much, and thank you to you guys over there for letting me come up on the stage and open for you. It was a true honor. Remember that this was
Give a hand of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a correction. I let you, you earned it.
Now, if you want to see your way off stage, just walk straight forward. Don't even just walk straight forward.
Why don't you shit more running?
Why is the stage so clean?
Yeah, well, because somebody came and cleaned it up.
But it's too clean.
It's too clean. We need to take a dump on. No, not kidding. What's that? There's already a penny in it.
Well, that's half your brand.
It's loaded. Penny of my thoughts. Guys, the heck, the penny is low. We give it some friends. We're going to get ready to do this. Give us a few
Yes.
words. Take my money! Shut up and take my money.
Thank you so much for coming up. You're amazing. It's okay. Let him go. He's good.
Oh, is that it? Alkaloid? Has he got a juice on there?
Only if it's on the other side.
Okay. That is probably enough for us to get started.
I think this is a good start. We're putting this on.
Why don't you put on that chair? Right? Yeah, that chair. So we can get Ladies and gentlemen, the donation hat will be on the chair on the side of the stage. That Habit Rabbit will be guarding it. Don't forget that he's Rabbit. Oh, shit.
That's
Rabbit, Bad Habit, Rabbit.
Say it again.
Rabbit, Bad Habit, Rabbit will be guarding the hat.
Faster.
Rabbit, Bad Habit, Rabbit will be guarding the hat. All right, guys. Guys, it's okay. I run it. Now.
Bad habit, the rabbit. Rap. Yes, exactly.
All right, who's ready for some Who's Line? Uncle Kage.
Jesus!
Oh my God!
Guys, he'll leave the car!
Okay, let's try this again. Uncle Kage. 2. Alkali. And the IFC chairman, Pandel.
Don't boo the chairman! He can stop the car! Boo the chairman! Hold on, wait, they did that. Say something normal to the chairman!
Alright, we're going to start with the quick warm-up game. All of you, this requires all of you. We're going to do some questions only.
So we're going to go down, stand up, do your job.
So we're going to go from this side of the room. We need a scene for questions only.
Questions only.
First squares.
Meat packing plant. Watermelon.
You are in a meat packaging plant.
Hey, you're dressed for it.
Why are there so many sausage casing's missing.
Why are you asking me?
Why are they all exactly 6 inches in length?
Are you really curious about that?
Do I have something right here?
Is your package as big as I think it is?
Are you the inspector?
How much are you willing to give me?
Switch!
Was that the other inspector who just left?
Which inspector?
You didn't see the bald, ugly guy?
Did you ingest some bad sausage?
Can you define ingest?
You like some spam, eggs and spam.
Have you ever had spam?
Who hasn't had spam?
Are you Canadian?
Would it help if I said I'm sorry?
Switch! You stay! Over here! What's another scene? Scene for questions only. Where is it? Tennis court!
Do you 20 love me?
Are we going to play tennis or what?
You want to whack this ball?
Just serve me.
How do you like my overhand?
Get on with the game.
I'll take you to court.
Is that 69 love?
Is that in?
Are you trying to get it in?
Go! You, go! New person in, go! Question!
Is there any way I could miss?
Would you rather play doubles?
How big is your racket?
Would you believe it's big enough to hit it over your net?
Do you have any idea how big my net is?
Would you like me to hit it out of bounds?
Exactly what do you mean by out of bounds?
Aren't you familiar with the chalk line that leads you into the correct area?
Doesn't that chalk line lead into a rather dangerous area?
Why do these games always wind up?
The sad thing is that while we were doing that, I started hearing a very small child somewhere in the audience. Is there a child?
There's a 50-year-old
Alright, so now we're gonna do the disclaimer. This is gonna get way worse. So if you're the guardian of anyone, you've learned the hard way, and now you get the warning.
This is why we can't have nice panels.
So we're gonna jump next into a full scene for all of you. We're gonna go right into superheroes. Oh! You just raised your hand. You're gonna go first. Oh fuck.
Okay, what do I do?
Okay, so here's how superheroes go. Those three are gonna go off the stage. We're gonna come up with a scenario that they're gonna have to solve, and then we're gonna start him with his vaguely underwhelming superpower, and then he gets to introduce his superhero comrades who are going to help him solve the scene. So he then gets to name the next person's power. The person that comes on gets to name the next person's power. In the order that people come on the stage, they go off reverse. So last one on, first one off. And then you will wrap up the scene.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
I think I get that.
I'll yell at you, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so first things first, what is his power? Middle back, what's his power? What? Your superpower is being bald. You're a bald man. All right, and from far back right, where are they? What's the problem? What's the disaster?
Bathroom stall.
There is a critically bad bathroom stall.
All right.
Stories are evil.
Holy skinhead. This is the worst bathroom I've ever sensed with my head. Quick, nearly constantly vomiting man. How do you think we should solve this problem? Obviously we must clean this. We need... My head senses that you're sick.
Even your head, Kip. We need the Thin Man.
I just slipped between the crack in the bathroom door and I'm here to help. Oh, I'm too thin to do anything about this. Oh,
You're so thin my head can barely scan you.
I hope our next superhero friend gets here soon to help us because I just don't know how we can do this. Back to you, sucked man. I'm so glad you're here.
You rang? Holy shit!
And it's all over the place.
I have a terrible idea. For I have a superpower.
We must all work together to solve this. What is your suggestion?
If he vomits more into it, and we store it with his stick-like figure, and you give me head. A nutty flavor. This bathroom is clear.
Now I think it's time that you blow.
That pun sucked. I'm leaving.
I'm so upset.
Thank you for your help, thin man.
Great, now I'm going to blow away on a breeze.
Thank you for following my head in another adventure of Headman. Oh, God.
Now what? Have a seat.
You can take a seat or you can stay standing. Because we're gonna do some world's worst.
Okay.
You know, I give people breaks every once in a while.
You want to write drink break? Chug. What?
We invite somebody else up so
Oh.
we can have a break.
Sure.
You, get up here.
What's your name again? I thought I played with Rick.
Dagon.
We're gonna introduce Dagon. He did a fantastic job last night. For those of you who were not there.
Hold on, world first, we all stand up. We're standing up.
We can stand until it's time.
You do not sit! This is how we lose weight! The thin man said so!
Suck it, man.
All right, world's worst. Over here. What? Do you guys understand that? World's worst hipster man?
No!
Okay, next.
World's worst con. World's worst car features.
Sure. World's worst car features.
Ooh, I need some Vaseline for this stick shift.
Oh, I'm so glad I had the toe sucker installed.
That's great once I got Windows 8 installed in my car.
No, that's Vista.
Okay, now we got the night darkening shape. Whoa, wait.
Cruise control, climate control, GTA 5. What?
Okay, let me just open the window. That's the moonroof.
Where did I buy a Ford?
Okay, now to get out of the car. Sorry, Dave, I can't let you do it.
Okay, world's worst, the name of the con theme as seen on TV, world's worst Jeopardy categories.
I'll take animal genitalia audio clues for 500. Wombat, that's a wombat.
Yes, I will take the world's most paralyzed people for 100, Alex.
World's worst sex crimes for 1,000.
I'll take kindergarten atrocities for 800.
Same category, world's best sex crimes for 1,000.
I'll change the category, top 10 Kage diseases for 1,000.
I'll take furry relationships involving 7 or more people for 600. You've got the daily double penetration.
In a similar vein, last one, world's worst game show host.
Pause, I'm trading out. Bad habit, get up here.
Pause, I'm trading out. Drager, get up here.
I'll go first.
Really? That over the freakishly tall man?
Up next on this animal or that. All right, everyone, remember this is for charity, so put money into the hat when you want to.
Oh, we already did it.
How about Shaft, bitches?
You don't have money, you could do me a favor for a while.
Is that before or after you take the tennis ball out?
Price is right.
All right. Wait, money. Pause for money. Applaud for money.
Applause for my finance. Applause for money.
Okay, we're gonna go to a new game. You two stay up, and what's your youth for? Oh.
He's backed out. My replacement and I are both still up.
I can do whatever I
You
want.
want to sit one out, or do you want to sit one out?
What's the game?
Outside, yeah.
Don't move the game. It's rock, paper, scissors now. What? Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, Canadian paper or what?
Wait, Canadian rock?
Canadian scissors. 1, 2, 3, shoot! There.
Gun beat scissors.
Yes. Use Canadian.
Dynamite.
Okay, we're gonna do a mishmash. The original game is called Movie Styles. They're going to do a scene, and I'm going to shout out a movie style, like horror or romance.
Wait, we need you up here.
Yeah, we can do it with you three. We'll swap it out.
Okay.
You guys are talented.
So I'm going to shout out different things as we go. In the name of As Seen on TV, we'll throw in a few TV show style things. Have you watched TV before, sir? Have you watched TV before, sir?
Maybe once or twice.
Okay, we're in trouble. Have you watched TV before?
Sometime in the 80s, I think.
80s shows. All right, got it. So we need a scene for them to start with. So. What? Just no, a random scene ATM at 2 a.m.
Okay.
What you need cash for is not my choice. We're gonna start with just 2 of you. So we'll start with Bad-Headed Rabbit and 2, and then we'll swap in and futz with stuff as we go.
Okay. What's the fun time?
Let's start with... No, we're gonna start with Mord. Make it easy.
Okay. All we got. All right. Great. You gonna get the money?
Do I have to?
You go ahead and you get the money. I'll keep a lookout.
Alright, what's the pin?
Wait.
What was that?
Stoner comedy.
No, dude, like, do you remember, like, the number, the kid?
Okay, I remember.
6969.
No, dude. It was like what was that number for when we're supposed to smoke? Four. It was like 402. What?
Breaking Bad.
Oh God. You ass.
Go, bitch! What's the pin?
I don't know what the number is. You're supposed to do the cooking.
Fuck this. ATM, give me all your goddamn money.
What are we supposed to cook?
I told you to have that shit cooked last week. I said give me all your money.
We need the money out of this ATM before we can cook. He already dropped all of the damn thing. You were never to go to school.
Go, man.
After school special.
Because all races are the same.
Don't you love the tokens in these shows?
That red number, what was it? I believe it was 1492.
80s action movie.
Have the money. Take the money. Now.
All right. You have 30 seconds to get to downtown with the money. Oh my gosh! Big zoom in on clock. Slow motion.
Romance.
ATM? What?
I think we just need a little bit more money out of the ATM.
Oh, jeez.
Don't forget the hotel room.
What was the damn number? I can't remember it.
I'm also a minister.
Oh wait, I remember what the number was. It was 69, 69. Huh?
Badly dubbed foreign arts film.
He demands his money out.
I'm gonna get away with this. You're going to die.
He killed me 1,000 times more deadlier than you.
You will not do such a thing because I will fight you.
You did it last week twice.
All right, taking my station.
No, I just dribbled on myself. What? Where? On my face.
Well, that happened.
Dude, that seemed to lead into a pretty cool game. You wanna,
You started me out with the last one. Pick somebody else.
Okay. So ever since a certain incident at Anthrocon, a panelist up here has done an amazing job at playing this next game.
We love you, Pandaz.
Pandaz, do you want to get even?
Yes!
Alkali!
Oh my god.
You're always known for the excellent parties you throw.
I specifically told you not to do this.
There's money bitch.
Bet you wish you were me for once.
Actually,
Outlaw, I'm going to say this, but you have to come back. Get out.
oh wait, that hat is going back and forth.
Party quirks. You're
Stop.
party quirks.
No, just kidding. Trevor, I'll be across the hall counting your money.
Hey, make money. All right, I guess not.
Yeah, if that hat stops, I'm gonna hit you around.
Once he clears and goes farther away.
All right, close the doors, please.
Yes.
He's got to hear us. He'll hear us.
All right, so we need 3 party quirks. Actually, Daga, you want to do one more? Sure. He only thinks there's going to be 3, so we're going to surprise him with a 4th. Sure. So we need 4 party quirks. What? Close talker. Close talker. Either you want to be close talker? Okay, Daga's going to be a close talker. How about from over here? What's another one? Redundancy.
I'll take that.
Okay, we got becoming a werewolf.
Should 2 people do redundancy?
What do you guys think?
He'll never, we gotta give him something.
No.
Overly friendly.
Huh?
Jouster.
A jouster.
It is. Everything is in slow motion.
Everything else is in slow motion, or I'm in slow motion?
Everything else. I'll leave that up for you.
I would say you're in slow.
I'm in slow motion. Yeah, I'll be super slow-mo guy.
Okay, so
What am I again?
all right, so we're gonna go over. Kage is close talker. 2 is redundancy. 2 is redundancy.
And 2 is what?
Redundancy. Jousting. I'll leave that up to you on how real that gets. And
Can I run to my car? We'll make this real man.
and slow-mo man. I don't know, whatever. All right. I'm gonna outlaw. Can you go get alcohol? We're going nicely step off the stage. When I'm not, one of you is going to show up. I heard him. He can still be a state away.
I'm gonna mess up the camera.
Did you go get your party supplies?
Yeah, keep it.
That's not the kind of party this is.
The screamers don't come out of there. Well, I mean, this is my party, right?
Yes.
So I can cry if I want to. Yep, I'm good, thank you. Good. I actually went outside and took a few painkillers. That means I'm ready for the party and the meth. All right. Red pills? Blue pills? Ah, the pills must be here. Oh, good, the pharmacist is here. Come on in, I need the pills. Well, you're not on speed. I stumble up, I guess. So here's what I'm looking at. Red pills, blue pills, 1 fish, 2 fish, locked up.
Is there music, please?
Oh, absolutely, we can get anything we can go in. Do you like to slow dance? I'd tell you to get the door, but I need to finish this game tonight. Come on in, sir.
Hey there, Outlaw. It's really, really good of you to invite me to the party tonight. I'm really very glad. I didn't have anything to do tonight.
I didn't think I was at a con right now.
I just really am very, very grateful that you invited me.
Look, I put on deodorant today, so whatever you're into isn't going to help.
I gotta have a sip of my booze here, okay?
If you will excuse me for like the rest of the night.
How's it going tonight? How's it going?
Not bad. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just great. I tell you, I'm doing great.
Have you seen the pills?
I have seen the pills. Have you seen the pills? I've seen the pills.
I used to be able to see the pills, but then I started doing stand-up right beforehand, and I was blinded by the
Have we
light.
met?
Have you seen the pills before? How are you doing tonight?
Why is there someone else at the door? I only invited 3 people to this. Good news, I got that new kick installed till the door. Oh, come on in.
So it
80s
really
man.
is a good party, isn't it? I think this is the nicest party.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some chill pills and give it to one of the very, very touchy-feely superfans over here. And we're going to try to get him out of the bus. Shit, that didn't work.
It's very nice of you to give me those pills, but the problem is, I don't know if they're going to really mix well with this alcohol that I'm drinking. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired because I didn't really sleep very good last night.
You know, I think his breath is kind of bad, I think.
Yeah, well, look, I'm too fat for him to get as close to what is going on over there. All right, first off, close talking man, I'm too fat for And living his entire life in slow motion, you need some space. I don't mean to say this, but don't double talk me, son.
Does that count?
That's audience.
What do you guys think?
I would have let that count.
No, you wouldn't.
Keep going.
Okay.
But it was very close, I'll tell you, it was very close.
Look, unless you're the chicken from Looney Tunes, I really don't know. Now, sir, did you enjoy making the Monty Python movies, or was that a new one to you? Are you every character from Monty Python?
He thinks he misses the thrust.
Are you just playing yourself when you go senile next week? And also,
It was next week. It could have been last month.
Also, if you're just interested in the thrust, that party's tomorrow night. So,
I'm glad I didn't miss the thrust, I'm glad.
You're close.
if look, the last 2 words of every sentence aren't that important. No. I'm taking the pills myself now. Oh, if I take the red pill, I can figure it out.
Okay, you were warm over here too. So there, you kind of got there. Narrow it down.
If I can remember the 2, are you just those 2 people with the coconuts riding around in Monty Python? Shit!
It's
Is this what I've been doing to you? Alright, look, let's look at it this way, guys. You're both hot. We've got enough ecstasy here to kill that horse that was whinnying a second ago. If we move this to the bedroom, I'm sure I can figure out exactly what's going on, shall we?
We will absolutely have sex twice, we will have it.
Do you just enjoy doing everything twice?
Yes!
Really?
Yes!
Our word? You regret everything that you
Audience, what is it?
What was it?
Redundant man.
Redundant man! Oh, I love it.
All right, now for him.
You get these, you get these.
His job requires a horse.
I mean, there's 2 of us on this stage. How do like a horse?
Oh my god, I didn't know this was the horse fucking party. Let's go! All I have to say to you is nay. Are you? I honestly have no
That's
fucking...
why I'm glad Nellie can't speak English.
Audience, what is he?
Oh, son of a bitch.
I got another round of applause. Help him out.
Well, hey, you know, 2 out of shit ain't bad.
Alrighty. Let's do. Alright. So this is an interesting one. I don't think any of you have seen this played. It's going to require all 4 of you again. I'm estimating it's called Two-Headed Ogre. So here's how this works.
I told you this in confidence.
So Two-Headed Ogre, there's going to be 2 ogres, and it's the opposite heads, right? Or it's the same heads?
The same heads.
So the same, one pair of heads is going
I'm confused which heads!
like that. All right, one pair of heads is going to talk very fast, back and forth, and another pair of heads always speaks, tries to say the same thing at the same time.
Why don't you 2 go back and forth? We've at least played it once. We were drunk and horny.
The same thing at the same
No,
time.
we say the same thing. I went to the show today to have sex with
So
a
we
donkey.
talk back.
No, and me and him answer you while speaking at the same time.
I have no idea what
You are each going to say a word in turn for your sentence.
Remember the reason Broadway star? You're a 2-headed speaker.
Okay, so
Yes, I saw that too.
answer back and forth.
Right. But you 2 go back. All right, and we're 2 ogres having a conversation about.
So let's go middle back. What are they having a conversation about?
Tripping balls while watching The Wizard of Oz.
Where have you been all my life?
We're gonna have Tsu and Kage alternating the 2-headed ogre talking sentence start.
Okay. What
Is
your
best
idea
about
the
lollipop.
in movie
With
Dorothy
and
the Witch?
that's 2 words.
I'm sorry.
You have to end sentences, guys.
That's the end of it.
That's the end of it.
The witch. Yeah.
We think
Wait.
the.
Okay, so we didn't do this right.
No, you're doing it. We're 2 different ogres.
Go back and forth. They're simultaneous.
Stop in. You have to start a word too, asshole. Scared. Scare. No! This worked amazing when we were drunk. We were perfect. Oh, I have an idea.
Bartender.
Okay, one more time.
More! I know first. You're too tall. You're too tall. I want to lick that lollipop.
Are
Balls
too
stupid.
Don't talk about my balls.
want to make some great use of it?
No.
Too bad. We're going to do sound effects.
Okay. So I'm the sound effect.
Okay,
I'm the sound effects?
So how this works is Stu is going to provide the sound effects for a scene. So we're going to start with, let's go with Ken Dash to begin with. We haven't started yet.
I know, I'm warming up.
Okay.
Warming up.
So, from this side of the room, we need a scene that Pandez is going to act out and that 2 is going to provide sound effects for.
Bloody murder! Bloody murder!
Oh!
Sex in the sewer!
Okay, Pandez, the scene is you are testing out various feminine hygiene products. You're next. What?
Oh, Charlie's doing sound effect? Okay.
No, you're doing the microphone. He's just standing up.
Okay.
You're fantastic.
I'm going to stand up.
Yes. So, what is Kage going to be doing?
Murdering someone behind
Kage, your scene is you are a 90-year-old man trying to perform a hit, killing someone.
Money in there.
Here. No, he wants the money, asshole.
Okay.
You can sit down and drink your wine now. Hey, let's give a big thanks to two. All right, so the reason we're doing this show is for charity. So I'm going to hand it off to Alkali because he's got some awesome stuff to say.
Guys, as the financial director of the con, I just wanted to say that we have the pleasure and the privilege to working with the Southside Animal Shelter. In fact, if you could just stand up for a moment. This person dedicates their time, their life, their... Last year, we helped them rescue a dog named Pepsi, I believe that's correct?
Yes.
We helped them, a convention of a fandom of something like this that can come along and rescue a single animal, go along to help out the entire organization, and then bring them back next year just shows what you guys are made of. We invite them back every year because we absolutely adore them. We are amazed by their cause, and your dedication is bar none. I've never seen anything like it. And we hope that we can keep bringing back year after year. Guys, this is what we are doing it for, and they will never stop needing the generosity of people like you. And by people like you, I mean the furry fandom, because quite frankly, there is no one like you in the world. So God, yes, furries! One more time. And that being said, guys, remember what this is for. Remember why we do this. The four of us got up here on stage because we remembered what we're doing this for, and no one shed a second thought about it, even if we end up on our knees half the time making blowjob days. What's up? Oh, that's right. There was a pair of gentlemen who asked beforehand, who asked him that I point at them and I do not see them, and they wanted to do something. I do not know
Where are you guys?
Are you blind?
Yes, I am sweating and nervous. These two gentlemen came up earlier and bought their way in to try to be the worst people at the con. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst person at the con from Cards vs. Humanity, and the
Against?
You don't mind if we did? We're done.
I'm going through the other door.
You guys rock. Wow.
We're still not telling you why.
Well, we just leave the stage now and let you guys do your stuff, right? Yeah.
No. The deal was, we don't go on stage. You make giant asses of yourself.
But that's what we're doing anyway.
No, bigger.
Biggest ass right here.
I'm so sorry.
What do you say we make them make huge asses of themselves?
You mean more than we had to?
Yeah, especially that they're very good at this. Halftime.
No.
Yes!
I'm afraid of my age.
No.
Come at me, bro.
So guys, halftime is a very entertaining game. They're going to have 30 seconds to perform a scene. And they're going to go do it, and then they're going to do it again in half the time.
Me, Kage?
No, this is all four of you.
Why are they running away?
gonna get a scene for you guys to do. You're gonna do it, and you're gonna have 30 seconds once I set up a stopwatch.
That sounds easy, okay.
And then you're going to replay everything you did in that scene in 15 seconds. And then you're gonna do it in half the time, and then half the time again.
Yeah.
Okay.
We make it the same?
Yes, thank you. All right, for the people that donate, do you have a scene suggestion?
Flying to Andrew.
You guys are on your way to Anthrocon, going through TSA troubles.
Oh, wait, going to Anthrocon?
You're on your way to Anthrocon, you're packed and ready to go, and it snags at the TSA.
Oh, that's even worse.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, ready?
You and I are TSA. Okay. Okay, so we're TSA. You guys are people having fun.
Okay. On your marks. This one's 30 seconds. Are you guys ready yet?
Yeah, yes, we're ready.
Go. Wait. Go.
Okay, I've got TSA pre-check.
Yeah, no, wait, we need to spread you out.
No, no, sir, I paid for pre-check.
Well, I need to check you out.
I have my non-valid card.
Passport, please!
It's right back there. It's literally
Passport! Did you just shit in my hand? Got the passport.
Time! Okay, so now you're going to start over, and you're going to replay everything you just did in 15 seconds.
Okay.
So you're going to do it all double time.
Okay.
Are you limber? Are you ready?
Ready.
Go.
I got TSA pre-check. Oh, wait. I paid for TSA pre-check.
Hey, that's
Got the passport! Did he just shit in my hand?
Okay, take a breather.
Right?
Loose as a goose.
All right, ready? Yeah. Go.
Say over here, you got the passport, say over here, he just did that. Did he just shit in my hand?
Just barely. The time, not the shit in the hand. All right, ready?
Last one. No, we're done, right?
This one's 3 and some seconds.
Okay. 3 seconds.
3 and some change.
You got this.
All right, ready?
All right, ready?
Yep.
Round it up to 4.
Set. Go.
Shit in my hand! I'm shaking. This smells like anything rabbit. Okay, I think you're up.
Props. Props. You up there? All right, you each take you step forward. If you have an idea of something stupid or funny or embarrassing to do with the props, do it. You can use each other. And during the demo, you do that anyway. So prop.
Okay, they said we can use each other.
Okay, everyone, this is how Whose Line is going to work tonight. I'm Drago, your host.
Okay, tonight's version of the Passion of Christ will be played.
Hey, you're
20 minutes before he said that.
Are we not men? We are devout.
Shalom Aleichem.
Da 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 da. Nope, da 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 da. Nope.
Stop sign coming up. Slow down, I'm a bitch. Damn it, you kids on the road. All right, fuck you, you.
Oh, we go till, I don't remember.
10 o'clock. We have like 23 minutes.
23 minutes? We can survive.
Okay, so that was a quick fire game. So for this next one, we're going to do a favorite. So Alkali, I'm going to let you pick your victim for this to play with you. We're going to do film noir. So the way film noir works is we're going to give them a scene, and they're going to act it out in the old school noir film style. Each of them, as they go through, may stop, take a step forward, and monologue, addressing the scene and what's going on. Whatever they say is then law for the rest of the scene. So if Alkali steps up and goes, and that's when I found out he was hung like a horse. 2 is then hung like a horse for the rest of that scene. You guys understand?
But when the scene ends, it goes back to reality.
Okay, we need a scene for them to act out in noir style.
Children's cereal.
Lost in Victoria's Secret! Victoria's Secret! Yes!
You guys know what that is?
No one's that gay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what were we looking for again? Are we gonna do this like all 50 style? We should do.
You're right. You're right. Hat.
Other hat.
So then, Frank, what were we looking for again in here? I don't remember.
I see, Frank. Somewhere out in here is the murderer.
The murderer.
The murderer.
Yes.
The panty murderer.
Yes.
The panty murderer had been terrorizing, murdering, and trying on women's underwear for over 50 minutes now. But at the 60-minute mark, he would set off the bomb.
Where do you think we'll find him?
By the panties.
I think that's a good place to start. Shall we go over there?
Let's take a walk, shall we?
Yes, let's
Yeah,
go.
see? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
You lead the way.
see? Not a problem.
This was the moment when I realized that Frank had the most luscious ass I had ever seen.
As we're walking, Frank, I need to know, have you heard of Kegels? For the ass?
I have, Frank. Why do you bring it up?
Never done a Kegel. I'm just that good. No reason.
There we are in the panty section, Frank.
Panties.
Where do we begin to look?
I think there's only one place to start.
What do you think?
Crotchless. There's only one way to tell. Magnifying glasses. Look there. The first clue. It was crotchless panties. Really not that big of a surprise. These movies weren't well thought out. See how I move my magnifying glass back and forth and mispronounce things like a B-list actor.
It had been classically understood, yet very seldom spoken, that Frank was actually very fascinated with wearing women's panties.
I need you to look over there for 5 minutes, see?
I will look over here, Frank. I found the bras.
I seem to have slipped into some panties. A mystery.
How could this have happened? And when will this end?
Carnival.
Hi, do you guys need some help in the ladies section?
Let's Inspector. Not from you, bitch.
Okay, this was supposed to be like 50s film noir.
This is 50s film noir.
I'm thinking more Chico Marx. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
He does have the Chico Marx face. They don't know Chico Marx. I do.
Okay. And that's why back.
You said it. Say it again, say it louder. Listen.
You're not Chico Marx, you're an evil Raymond.
Yeah, you know, that's funny, but when John Kerry was running for president, my life was a living hell.
Here's a resemblance. Okay, we're gonna go to the next game. We're starting to get towards the end here. Hooray! Hey! Great, so let's up the torment. New line.
No.
You guys are gonna form. You're gonna pair off 2 and 2. We're gonna pick a scene, and then every time I say the line,
New line.
you're gonna have to come up with a
New line.
All right.
Isn't it fun?
It is. Oh! Okay, so the name of the game is
New line.
Oh, I'm gonna love this. All right, we need a scene for them to start. What is going on?
Hold on.
Bad Dragon Factory.
Yeah. On theme, you guys are doing a 90s family sitcom. Or 80s, you can blend it.
Oh, really? Can we do a 70s family sitcom so I can fit in?
Okay. It's not like they changed much over
Mom,
the years.
that's swell.
Okay. Dez and Kage, you two go first. Dez, begin.
Oh, Alice, I don't know if I remembered to pick up all the kids today.
Oh, Henry, it's all right. We can always make more.
New line.
Oh, Henry, it's all right. We've got dozens.
New line.
Oh, Henry, it's all right. You're impotent.
I don't know. Maybe do you think we should adopt?
New line.
Maybe do you think we should just pick a kid off the street?
New line.
Maybe we should just not give a beep.
Oh, Henry, you're so silly sometimes. You know we love our children. New line.
How do I advise the kids about Marcia getting hit in the nose with a football?
Well, Henry, it's very easy to tell the children about the facts of life.
New line.
Henry, it's very easy to tell the children about sports.
New line.
Henry, it's very easy to tell the children about Canadians.
Switch.
Hey, welcome back, Connor.
Oh, great. So how's it been since you've been away?
New line.
So how's it been since you came back?
New line.
So how's it been since your vasectomy?
I'll be honest with you, I'm a little worried about who I'm going to take to the prom.
New line.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think you're going to appreciate me taking my dog to the prom.
New
Want
line.
to go to the prom?
New line.
I would hate to go to the prom with you.
New line!
I would love to go to the prom with your children.
I've got a bunch of them.
This was before the vasectomy, I assume.
Believe it or not, no. Medical science really needs to advance. What I wouldn't give for 20th century technology. I hate you.
At least you've got some there, you know, that you've gotten and
What the hell was that? New line!
children. At least you've got some little rugrats. You know?
This one's Tommy.
New line!
This one's Angelica. These are the two gay twins. Oh. It's been a while. Did you meet the two gay twins? They're little rugrats. Pickles.
I don't want pickles. I want to date the girls that we met the other night at the bar.
New line!
I don't want pickles. I want to date the guys we met the other night at the bar.
New line!
I don't want those twins. I want to just eat because I'm sad.
Sound fly out, Kage in!
Now, son, is there something you'd like to say to your old man?
Dad, I'm partially bulimic.
Son, that's all right. As your father, I still love you.
New line!
Son, we can get you some help for that.
New line!
Get out of my house! But where will I live? Where will I go?
New line!
But I have nowhere else. I don't know what to do.
New line!
Fuck you.
Okay, we haven't done one of the other quickfire games, so let's do that again. We are going to do scenes from a hat. Only, wait, Alcohol, can I see your hat, please? This is all alcohol gave me.
See my field of fox. I have none to give.
Now there is thy line.
They got it.
Thank you.
So we're going to start with one, again on theme. I want to see what you bastards do with this. Scenes from a hat, infomercials for furries.
Go to the con, have fun, stop fucking. Stop fucking, stop fucking, stop fucking. The bed smells. Stop fucking.
Hey folks, Kage Maze here with the brand new elevator control panel.
Dizzy Maze here for Foxy Clean.
You can just turn Twitter off. Again.
How do you follow that up?
How many chucks could a woodchuck chuck and woodchuck could chuck woodies? Find out at first
You don't want mine.
Walk forward, my finger's going up your ass.
You asked for
We
it.
asked for it.
All right. Hello, furries. Tired of those diapers sticking to your ceiling? Well, get out.
And here we have the Epicon brand Comet Erasomatic. Vanish.
10 easy steps to taking over Pittsburgh.
Kids, are those child leashes not enough? Well, how about the new child muzzle, right? To just keep those.
I'm being nice to two for reasons I don't know why, but you can sit this one out. You three step forward. Arrange yourselves and huddle in.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
We're gonna make them do Since they're not playing in this one, we're gonna do three-headed Broadway stars. So why don't you help torment them and help us come up with the name of their new Broadway musical. So help go to the audience, come up with it.
Okay. Name of their new Broadway musical. Is
What was that?
No. Why forsake my taint?
So it has been spoken, the new Broadway musical that's opening. Say it again.
Why forsake my taint?
Why?
Forsake my... Say it, old man.
Beloved.
Taints.
Bad.
Very... English.
Senseless.
Forsooth. Why
Forsake
my taint
as
it grows
weary.
my forsake
All
of my and really
Jews.
so let's see. Juice or juice?
Juice.
Because my is covered with taint. Taint!
We have 7 minutes.
That's 7 minutes. I have a number here.
What number?
I have a number here.
Call for a good time.
The number apparently that we have reached just tonight in this room while we've been doing the show. That number is $1,343.81. I says awesome sauce to that. A lot of people I know make that noise. But I'm in bed with them.
Okay, you guys are all fan-friggin-tastic. There's one more I want to do. There's something very special about the people on the stage, and it's that each of them have been a major part or outright started a convention or a con chair.
Actually, yeah.
So with their experience, let's all join them in a round of world's worst con chairmen.
Hi, I'm me.
Hi, I'm me.
Go to my con, you're
I'm
banned.
Sorry, so sorry. I yelled for no fucking reason!
I'm old.
This is all I have as far as personality goes!
Hey, cat lady, get up here, take this stuff.
Wait.
Drago. What? They're doing something.
World's worst con chair. We're still doing that,
Oh,
right?
right, we are.
Right, yes. And for our theme next year, lice.
Bad idea, Con 2015.
There it is.
Okay, we'll make the theme cake.
Okay, alright. You guys did a fantastic job donating, especially our two guests. So we're gonna go out with one more game.
I thought we were done.
No! So that bonus round. Everyone, bonus round! Kage, you're gonna need...
Lady before I kill myself.
You're gonna need, I don't know, that's recorded. Here, you hold
Here, buy a
this.
solid gold glitter.
You can put that on your head. And Des, you need this. You need a wine glass.
I know where
Oh,
to
I can get, yeah, I got one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go.
I know what we're doing.
Now, normally I would fish for different things. Each object they have represents the person that they're going to play. In this particular case, if you're holding the wine glass, you are Kage. If you're holding the Red Bull, you are 2. If you have the top hat, you are Alkali. And if you have the walkie-talkie, you are Pandez. It is possible to be holding multiple objects. As they go, they are going to have a scene. As they go through the nature of the scene, they're going to exchange objects.
Good idea.
So for this final scene, we're going to have the 4 of them. Oh, let's have fun. The 4 of you have gathered for the stritching bitch after one of your cons.
That's what it's called.
You guys have a scene. Think about it.
I'm sorry. I tried, but I mean, I can only do so much.
I'm listening to everything you have to say. I mean, at this point.
I got some suggestions for you! She might rail out of North
Hey, you want to go up on stage and be idiot? Wait, wrong one. Hey, you want to go up on stage and be drunk idiots?
Okay, I like being in here.
You know, my Dorsai would do a much better job at my convention.
You know, let me tell you. Fuck all those people in the fucking plates. Okay, fuck them, and fuck them.
Dorsai, hold on 1 second. I think I'm done with the job. I gotta go try and hold this.
Piss off with your fucking complaints.
You know, I don't think that this convention could possibly, I think I just became a lot of people's dreams come true.
All I know is that I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Okay, here. I don't have time for any of this. You take that.
I am one sexy motherfucker.
You guys don't even know what you're talking about. You have no idea.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
He turned the radio on, so I'm gonna instigate shit.
Hold on. Do you have any idea who I am?
Now, guys, thank you so much for attending. This was Whose Line Is It Anyway? Remember, we did this for charity, and there's never enough you can do to help them out. We've got Alkali's hat here. Anything you can do, we greatly appreciate it. They appreciate it.
Gentlemen, this is Dragor. A while ago, I asked him him, hey, do you think you're comfortable enough to try to run the charity version of this? I'd kind of like to go up on stage and do something I really enjoy doing in other places and not run it. And he said, fuck you. So I gave him $100, he gave it to charity, and now he's up here. Guys.
Talented guest people up here. We had Dagon up here. We had Mr. Magoo. Thank you, gentlemen, very much.
Guys, if you enjoyed this, remember, these are the charity events. Go to cons, enjoy yourselves, and always find the charity events because you'll be entertained. And you know what? They do a world of good, and you can tell that by the number you read recently. You're unbelievable. Thank you.
Cheers.
Guys, in 30 minutes, the match game will be happening in this room with a lot of the people who were up here for this, apparently. We need more moves now.
Real simple.
We need more. Hold on, let me patch over to 2 for you.